Actually, my family lineage is Tantra and Kundalini Yoga, which is, we call that is a secret doctrine. It's because not many people they used to practice this system. So actually, when I first started yoga, as I mentioned, at 7, we never get used to this Tantra or Kundalini type of practice. But after a few years, as I remember, after my age of 12 or 13, my master started slowly introducing this system to us, but not for all of us. He chose few, and I was so lucky that he chose me and one of my cousin also for this practice. And at that time, I don't know what Kundalini, what is the chakra, how to balance and how to energize. But my master was so patient enough to really explain, and he was so kind enough to wait for the result. Actually, he was not very strict, but he was very kind enough to explain everything. And it took a long time to really understand how to deal with the chakra. And I was keep doing this practice. And we need to do some yoga poses and some pranayama, mainly the pranayama technique to energize different chakras. Yeah, and normally people think when we deal with chakra, we should deal with the base chakra. But in Tantra, we have to start with the Ajna chakra. Yeah, because the one reason why we start with Ajna chakra is because this is the base, and this chakra will balance almost all the chakra except Sahasrara. So that's why in Tantra and Kundalini we have to start with Ajna chakra. But I really struggled at that time because my master told me that you really have to focus on Ajna chakra, third eye center, and keep focusing. And it really made me a little bit headache at the beginning, because you really have to focus on third eye center, which is center of the eyebrow. So I feel after 5 minutes, I feel headache. Then I asked my master why it's like this. Then he asked me, you should do more breathing. Yeah, Nadi Shodhana, pranayama. Yeah, and I started doing that breathing. Then I feel much better. I can focus very well without headache. And then later years, actually, I was wandering. During my teenage, I just left home in search of some yogis and some monks, because I really love spirituality at that time. And at that time, I actually don't have enough money to travel, but still I want to go. Then I took a train from my hometown, which is South India, extreme South India, Kerala. And I was traveling all the way to the Himalayas, the foothills of Himalayas called Rishikesh. And I was first landed there. I have no idea about the place. And actually they speak a different language, Hindi. And my place, we speak Malayalam. It's totally different language. So I have no idea how to speak Hindi. But I still want to find a master. And I was so lucky, I met a guy who can speak a little bit English. Yeah, so I was talking to him and I want to learn something from him. Luckily, he was from the Naga lineage. Nagas are the extreme practitioners of Tantra and Kundalini. So I learned a lot of pranayama techniques and meditation techniques from him. Like that, I wander all around Rishikesh, Haridwar, Gangotri, Yamunotri, all those Himalayan areas. And I learned a lot from these Himalayan masters. That really influenced my practice on later years. Yeah. And then after all this training, I returned back to my home, and I started serious study about spirituality and especially about meditation. I read a lot of books. I read a lot of yoga textbooks and some of the introduction part, how to meditate for the beginners actually. Even I practice meditation for a long time, but I want to know the basic things, basic principle, because I thought that maybe later on I need to teach that. So I want to know all the basic things, how to get started, is there any precaution for that, something like that. So I started learning all these things, and I practice myself every day morning. I used to wake up at 4 o'clock. Then I will finish my daily routine by 4:30. Then I will start my practice at 4:30, at least 2 hours every day. Yeah, so this was my practice. Then shoulder stand is my favorite pose because I feel totally relaxed. The whole body is completely relaxed when I do shoulder stand. And after that shoulder stand, it really helped me to do the pranayama very well. especially the chakra breathing techniques. We have to focus on each and every chakra when I do the breathing. So the body is much more open and I feel the energy is flowing throughout the body. Prana is flowing throughout the body. So that's how I like shoulder stand.